Welcome to PVT Express News channel. Subscribe to the channel and don't miss the hottest news of the day. Our today's newsletter includes the following content. Sorry, I gave up on the show. You are more beautiful than the stars. Even Tan Songyun can't carry the drag. You are more beautiful than the stars. The first co-starring of ageless goddess Tan Songyun and professional CEO Sukai, You Are More Beautiful Than the Stars, has officially started. After the editor opened the plot of You Are More Beautiful Than the Stars, I saw that Sukai still maintained the same style, which made me think of the story of Joy. It was just like the same. To be honest, when you see Sukai's expressionless face and the same 3:7 hairstyle, without looking at Sher's swollen facial features, can you tell which work this is? When the editor was full of doubts, he found the answer that made him suddenly enlightened in the comment area of You Are More Beautiful Than the Stars. Like-minded netizens joked, Sukai seems to be a professional who specializes in playing the role of a CEO. His style remains the same and lacks uniqueness. Fortunately, Tan Songyun's baby face successfully supported the ratings of You Are More Beautiful Than Starlight and aroused the audience's interest in watching the show. However, after watching the plot for a while out of curiosity, I found that Sukai not only had the defect of facial paralysis, but also his instinct performance was quite bad. Completely embodying the true meaning of facial paralysis, Ji Xing originally thought that as long as she could get Mr. Zhao's investment, her long-awaited promotion would be easily realized. In the end, Ji Xing was excluded because Zheng Di had a crush on Han Ting and was forced to go to the after-sales department to assist in work. For Ji Xing, an engineer, this is undoubtedly a waste of talent. Frankly speaking, Tan Songyun not only performed well in emotional dramas. She also interpreted the psychological activities of women in the workplace vividly. In particular, after Ji Xing carefully asked the leader about the reason for the transfer, a frustrated look immediately appeared on his face, which was too real. However, what surprised the editor even more was that Ji Xing smiled reluctantly and said, "The company gave me such a high salary, and I am just going to run field work now. Is this not cost-effective?" With a pursed smile and shining eyes, Tan Songyun vividly portrayed Ji Xing's rigorous and professional attitude towards work and his desire to change the leadership concept. However, Zheng Di's difficulties were not over yet. Because a female colleague who was close to Ji Xing made a mistake in data calculation, Ji Xing's boss gave her the task of leadership, hosting and accounting, and asked her to lead everyone to complete the work together. At this time, the male colleague who took the lead in snatching Ji Xing's labor results said, "I have something at home today, and I really can't stay to work overtime." You Are More Beautiful Than Starlight perfectly reproduces the intrigue and deception in the workplace, and this sense of reality makes the audience very angry. After all, the audience watches this drama to relieve the pressure of life and work through the sweet plot, and this section of Ji Xing, who is too kind, has made everyone feel breast pain. Ji Xing was in a low mood. After hearing the sarcastic words of his colleagues, his action of drinking water immediately caused the audience to laugh. Tan Songyun's bulging cheeks when drinking water suddenly caught the eye. At this moment, she was like a small fish that urgently needed to rush out of the lake to breathe and relieve stress, which was exactly what Ji Xing looked like. Seeing Ji Xing, who was depressed and in a complicated mood, and then looking at Han Ting, who was hidden and should not be underestimated, can only be described as confused and shocking. What is puzzling is that if you only look at Sukai's expressionless face, pursed lips, and empty eyes, and don't look at the subtitles on the screen, the audience may mistakenly think that he was dozing off. Sukai's acting skills are hard to praise, because in his performance, you can't feel Han Ting's anger at his cousin hindering his career at all. I didn't understand this until I saw the subtitles. It is worth mentioning that the picture of Ji Xing and Han Tingyu in the same frame vividly shows the essence of beauty and melancholy. Ji Xing finally completed the task assigned by the leader. When she walked to the elevator door in a low mood, her big eyes like copper bells made the audience feel a hint of unusual ambiguity. To be honest, looking at Tan Songyun's facial features at this time, her sharp and shocked eyes are somewhat inconsistent with her slightly chubby cheeks. The former reflects the temperament of an elite goddess, while the latter reveals the characteristics of an immature child. This combination always makes people feel a little weird. It turned out that Han Ting also appeared in the elevator with a complicated mood and low mood. However, his rare affectionate eyes seem to swallow Ji Xing. I want to ask, does Sukai, wearing a black suit, a 3:7 hairstyle, and an expressionless look, make you feel like you have seen it before? In Changhuanji, Sukai and Yangzi's first encounter took place in the elevator. What is unforgettable is that when Sukai just met Yangzi, he heard her mother gossiping and asking her, "Have you slept together?" However, after looking at the two pictures of Sukai, it can be said with certainty that except for the change in frowning eyebrows, the other hairstyles, clothes, and acting skills have not changed at all, which is exactly the same perfunctory and lame. Even when the soul-destroying Ji Xing walked to Han Ting, who was obsessed with being handsome, Sukai's poor acting skills immediately made Han Ting an outsider. It was completely unable to show Han Ting's 10-year crush on Ji Xing. It must be mentioned that in contrast to Tan Songyun's pretending to be strong but showing grievances, Sukai's domineering president aura suddenly rose to 2 meters high, as if it was frozen 3 feet, and strangers were not allowed to approach. The plot is so sweet that it's greasy, and the actors are forced to match. Finally, the editor saw the moment when Ji Xing and Han Ting met in You Are More Beautiful Than Starlight. The sweet atmosphere was strong, and at the same time, it also witnessed Sukai's superb acting skills. I want to ask, Han Ting got out of the car in a chic manner, holding an umbrella, accompanied by the sentimental background music and his affectionate eyes, plus the handsome posture of closing the car door. Is he handsome enough to touch your heart? At this moment, the audience left messages on the barrage. We expected Han Ting would not let us down, he always helps us in the critical moment. One audience member said, "Sure enough, the development of the plot is completely within my expectations." Whenever Ji Xing encounters difficulties, Han Ting will appear like a god descending from the sky, which is so sweet and very beautiful. However, what made the editor burst into tears the most was Han Ting's cold-faced but warm-hearted line, "Send you home." Wow, this moment immediately enhanced Sukai's image as a tall and handsome president, and also slightly made up for the fact that his acting skills were not good. Unfortunately, Sukai's shortcomings in acting were immediately noticed by the audience and emerged in their minds. When Ji Xing's phone fell in front of him, Han Ting asked casually, "When did you change your phone?" In fact, his real intention was to confirm implicitly, did Ji Xing receive his confession text message? Sukai's expressionless face, as if he had not woken up yet, made his performance even more unsatisfactory and made people feel a little out of place. When he learned that the other party had changed his phone after going to college, Sukai's mouth corners were slightly raised, his eyes were looking forward, his eyes were a little empty, and he seemed to be laughing, but his acting skills burst out all of a sudden. Have you noticed that in the drama You Are More Beautiful Than Starlight, Sukai's shots almost always appear in a side profile? In addition, in You Are More Beautiful Than Starlight, Sukai's skin smoothing and beauty effects are too exaggerated. You can see at a glance that his hairline is fake and blurred, and you can even see the purple hair above his ears. In You Are More Beautiful Than Starlight, there is not only the expressionless Sukai, but also Shen, whose face is wide on the top and round on the bottom, with the bangs to pretend to be young. Shen's greasy air bangs, improper sitting posture and hostile eyes perfectly show the image of a malicious and jealous woman. However, if Zhang Di is a cold entrepreneurial female president, it would overestimate Shen's worth and acting skills. Even when Zhang Di and Song Lin stood together, the fearful expression on Song Lin's face showed that he seemed to be frightened by Zhang Di's terrible face. After reading the latest updated plot of You Are More Beautiful Than Starlight, although the first few episodes mainly revolve around the story of worker Ji Xing and President Han Ting. However, whenever Ji Xing meets Han Ting, the atmosphere around them immediately becomes warm, and wonderful scenes in pink romance emerge. Although Ji Xing is about to experience the pain of a broken heart, it is gratifying that her inspiring entrepreneurial story and sweet love with Han Ting are about to be staged. What do you think about this? This concludes our news section. Welcome to leave your thoughts in the comments area. Let's discuss it together. Welcome. Don't forget to give me a like and follow. Thank for all.